What's poppin', guys? It's your boy Zarius Rivera back again on the sticks. Today I got a special video. I'm about to have a tarot card reading from my good man Eric. He just came out here. I met him for the first time. Eric, say what's up.
What's good?
I met him for the first time yesterday out of the 2 years I've ever been out here. So we're just gonna do this quick. I'm gonna set up the GoPro and we're gonna get this reading. All right, man. Beautiful.
So where do you train at?
For what? Like you running and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Down here. Yes, sir. Right at the Common Square area. I've been running for 9 years.
Also, like you
flipping.
jump off top of shit and
Back
shit like
flips,
that?
side
That's
flips, all that
dope.
Yes, sir.
I remember when I first saw that shit, I was like, that is amazing. That's like freeing your mind.
Yeah. See, it's crazy because I have a big fear of heights, but when I'm in the air, like all that fear is just gone.
It's amazing what cats are doing, jumping from building to building and shit.
Yeah. I can show you something real quick. It didn't take me too long to learn. Ready?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. How'd you learn to do that one?
So this started back in 7th grade when my friend, he did a round off backflip. And I was like, yo, how did you do that? He's like, man, I just practiced. I watched YouTube videos. I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be better than you. So that same week, I went outside and I started doing front flips. And I was busting my ass constantly. But eventually I got the hang of it. And once I mastered the front flips, I was like, all right, I want to learn something more now. So I did a side flip, so on and so forth, and here I am. You know? That little trick that I did was just a variation of a regular backflip, you know?
Right. But you stepped into it. That was dope.
Yeah. So that's called the kick the moon.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Kick the moon. The moon has been so prevalent like the last couple of days. Like in that ladies reading that I gave yesterday, the moon came up like 3-4 times. I was like, you need to get to the river at night. She's like, okay.
That's lit.
It's crazy because like she's one of those people who like, I gave her a reading like 7 years ago. And she was like, your readings are always the best, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, but you get one every 5-10 years. Like, you could be getting more guidance and blessings because, you know, we're meditating and praying together too while we're doing it, sharing positive energy. And basically what she does is she calls me when she's in a crisis.
Dang.
But when shit's going good, she don't need to be bothered. You know?
It's always good to have a positive reading when your life is going good too.
Yeah. There's never a day that can't be affirmed.
Exactly. I need a little more affirmation in my life. Other than self-affirmation.
What happened?
This one's all really good too, man.
Wait till I get the Nag Chopper. We need some Nag Chopper this week. Nag Chopper is the best. It's from Pakistan and India. And those things are rolled sandalwood by hand. 'Cause this is just like regular perfume on this.
Oh, you sprayed that with perfume?
No, they are sprayed with perfume. You know, you buy 'em. It's tough to light the candle. Whenever you have to go through this, it's like the spirit telling you you have to be dedicated. If your candle keeps going out, it's just saying you have to work hard for this goal that you have. You have to keep.
Oh, you got it lit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look how many attempts I had to make.
So lit. We'll move this closer just so it can hear us. Got it nicely wrapped and everything too.
This is my mom's old cloth before she passed away.
My condolences.
I had to get, do you know that she hadn't been dead a day, and I had to already, and people had already taken stuff out of her crib. I had to go up there and change the locks at her house so people wouldn't steal. I don't even know who took it. Somebody in the family.
Yeah, that's
Probably my brother. about anything or said anything. So there's a queen. She's really highly intelligent. She's got knowledge on top of her head. She's a warrior, you see the sword. She can stand with any man in an intellectual arena. Her mind moves very fast. And she cuts men's heads off. You see that? She's got the man's head aloft. It's the idea that she gets rid of lies. She speaks truth to power. There's the marketplace right next to her, which is where she rules. She rules the marketplace. She's like the woman you'll see at the cash register, the one leading the business, that type of person. Which is where the money's at. And here in the market, that's the influence of Jupiter. So exchange, it's a good time it's a positive time of expansion into the market. This is Ogun in his air aspect. Remember that one we were talking about, the force that you had to be careful with? Yeah. This is the one where like technology has delays. You know, like a blown out tire, that type shit, where like things take longer than they should or whatever, where they tell you, oh, it's 3 business days to get your check, that kind of shit. Technology is moving backwards just because it's in an intellectual flow. So it's all air and thoughts and not necessarily the machine itself. But right after that delay, you got blessing and abundance. Yemaya is the ocean. She's the idea of the pregnant mother giving birth. So sometimes it means a baby, but normally it means a project coming into fruition. It's also a time in your life when you're protected. You don't have needs like just regular shit getting around. You feel like a fat cat when this mother is protecting you. She's a 9 card, so it's manifestation and abundance. It's earth, so it's material. So you can expect some kind of like material blessing also. But really like something that you've been working on comes to fruition. This is a great generosity card, mercy. It's a 4 card, but it's an earth card also. So in harmony with that one. And it's Obatala, which is patience. The snail, the dove is peace. White is purity. His white hair is his wisdom. And he's a kind soul who's always in good humor. He's a very generous soul in that. Great teacher, great creator, great father. This has a lot of messages coming to you. Somebody doing magic. It's an 8 card, so it's mental. It's the idea of somebody sending you a lot of messages. The snakes are knowledge. So you may feel like people are doing magic on you or just trying to control you, keep you still by like sending you a bunch of messages and responding to all these messages. And they're like sort of controlling your energy. So you have to make a decision on like how many magicians you'll allow to send you a bunch of messages, how many people can send you messages, or if you're in the mood for all those messages. This is telling you to keep still. The tree makes a crossroads, which is a choice. The snake represents knowledge, with knowledge and stillness. But it's the idea that if you keep still, the blessing comes to you, seeds are dropped, and you go on a long-term journey that's an intellectual journey, a journey of knowledge. But this is the husband to that card you had yesterday. Remember we had the rainbow? This is her husband. He's the fire serpent.
I just want you guys to see that this is my reading right here. Eric, these have been super accurate for me so far. And if you're in the Boston area, definitely come down and get it done. It's worth it. I'm gonna let him continue so I know.
This is the intellectual queen who gets rid of lies. She speaks truth to power. She's highly intelligent. She can be a little mean, but she's normally right in her assertions because she's highly intelligent. She's Mambo of air. And then we have the market, who's Oya. She rules the market. So maybe a queen in the market, or you're in the market for a queen. But it's the idea of Jupiter, the wheel of fortune, and expansion in the marketplace. So, you know, very positive time in whatever your endeavor is. This says there's a technological delay. Ogun, iron, war, and technology. In its intellectual air aspect, so there's some delays. You see that there's this machine man who's sort of screaming about the loss that he's taking, but it's really just a delay. Next to it is Yemaya, the great mother, the queen, the goddess, the ocean. The idea of a project like a child coming into fruition, a birth, the birth of abundance. I got you. Thank you.
This one is crazy.
Yeah, it's getting down today. Oh shit, now I got burnt too. This is her force, this queen. They normally bring change about. They like to be the leaders of change. What's up, brother, man? Hold on a second.
It's crazy.
Oh, I got some here.
Yes, sir.
Got to do something. All right, brother.
Maybe I'll stop by and do a reading then.
Sure. Of course. I'll be here. All right. This was over here.
Yeah, I don't know the exact setup, man, but
So you're coming into abundance, right? This queen just popped up off the deck. She wasn't in there, but we'll leave her up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember?
yes, sir.
And she just popped up. She wants to be known. So yeah, after the delay comes a great abundance. You'll feel protected, almost like a fat cat, no needs. The idea of motherhood as a protection, but whatever project you've been working on, there's a manifestation that comes out, and it's abundant. It's the perfect manifestation. A 9 is the perfect manifestation. This is physical, it's material. Santeria is earth. If you get a 10, it means like having too much, or there's too much of something, or you went too far. 9 is the perfect manifestation. 4 is mercy, and Obatala is purity. You see the white. Patience, you see the snails. Peace, you see the dove. Wisdom, you see his white hair. He's also the great creator, the great father. They call him the king of the white light, king of the white cloth. It's also a time where you are like the stone in other people's life, like a warm stone, because you're very generous to others. It's also coming into like your own wisdom. It's like getting the respect of an elder, really. This says that you're getting a lot of messages coming to you. The snakes represent knowledge. It's an air card, so you know things are moving fast mentally. 8 is a mental card. And it just means like magic being used. People like trying to immobilize you with messages, shit like that, or influence your mind. Maybe control your energy a little bit. But in general, it just means like getting a lot of messages and having to consider what you're gonna do about all those messages, especially if you got other shit to do. This says to keep still. And you know, that being an air card, she being an air card, you realize that like there's sort of like the winds are blowing in your life. The winds of change here, the winds of messages. But this is knowledge and stillness at the tree, which is the crossroads. The crossroads are a choice. They are the 4 corners of the universe: birth, life, death, and rebirth. And it's the idea of keeping still until your moment comes, and then dropping your seeds to create a long-term journey, or at least one smooth cycle that's based on knowledge, and it's very satisfying in that. And this is the husband card to the card you got yesterday. Here the queen says, "I'm here again," he's like the male serpent, the fire serpent, whereas Aidoido is the rainbow, the release of pressure, the waters. So this is like the husband to that other card you had yesterday. Now this queen keeps trying to show who she is. She's a very solid woman. She has all the tools of protection. She has the crossroads itself. The crossroads are there. This is another emblem of the crossroads. This concrete head on the ground, because the crossroads are the idea of bringing reality to the ground.
Yes, sir.
She also has focus. You see, she has Ochosi, the bow and arrow. She has a shield. She has the staff, which is Osun. So she has all the warriors. The warrior quartet is Ogun, Ochosi, Osun, and Eshu Elekba, Papa Lekba, who is the crossroads himself. He's the idea of communication. Osun is consciousness. Ogun is technology, and Ochosi is focus.
Yes, sir.
So she's a really powerful queen. She's earth, so she's materially beneficial, or she at least points you in the right direction. She's pure in her intent. She's white. She's probably a very religious person. She is a queen. and she normally wants to do things ritually the right way. So whatever structure that she's paying homage to, she'll do it right. So if she's a religious person, she's about doing it right, whatever it is.
That's lit.
Yeah, man.
That was my reading, guys. This is always so accurate, man. I definitely want to make not like a too much of a regular thing, but maybe once a month. You know, if you're around the area, I gotta do it, man. It's
Anytime,
lit.
once a week if you want.
Yes,
you know?
sir. Listen.
And just a heads up, we're coming into a new moon, so this is a good time to let things go. The new moon will be on the 14th, I think, or right around there, in Leo, which is a good time to vibe with any of your Leo friends because they'll all be expressive. And it's a good time for your energy because that's fire with fire. And then that'll be a great time to start any projects that you're working on. By the end of the year, Saturn and Jupiter come into a great conjunction, but they haven't been in since like the 1600s. That's why we're going through all this shit, because they're going through these difficult times and all these years are associated with their opposition. Like one is in the 90s, another one's in the 2000s, so we're kind of going backwards. But once they turn and face each other, they'll be as close as they've been for a long time, and they'll also be in this first conjunction this close. It's like the 1600s.
You guys get to hear this.
Reckoning of great power, but it also means that like something that you've been working on personally in your life, something long term, will either make itself known or come to fruition. But I would really rather say that it would come to fruition. That'd probably be more accurate. By the end of this year, you'll have something in your hands that you've been dreaming and fighting for a very long time, because Saturn represents long-term processes and Jupiter represents long-term processes, but not in the same way. Saturn is like 30 years, whereas Jupiter is like every 12. Those two are going to come into harmony. And so what are you about, like 20 something?
23.
So two of your Jupiters, two of your full Jupiters will have a discussion. This would be like something you've been working on all your life coming into fruition.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yes,
sir. That's a great way to end that video. I just gotta keep it faith, man. Keep it faithful. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let them know what your name is one more time.
Say it again.
Let them know what your name is one more time.
My name is Eric. Everybody calls me E or Brother E, Baba E.
That's it.
And
tarot
these-
card readings, man.
Yes, New Orleans voodoo tarot deck in the tradition of the Orishas from West Africa.
So,
Ashe.
Ashe, I'm gonna end this.